Mis amores, hello and welcome to my cookie shop, cookie bakery, cookie store, whatever you want to call it, it's mine. And I will be selling you cookies today. We don't have a name yet, but we do have an opening date, which is right here, right now. Cue the High School Musical song. Welcome! I'm so glad you made it. You have no choice
but to be here right now.
So how are we celebrating? Let me know. Are you having a cookie as well? I don't have a cookie yet, but I'm about to make some. This cookie store doesn't have much yet. It's just me y mis manos. But that'll be enough. We don't even have a name yet. I was thinking that Vincent's Cookies is kind of boring, but the wheels have been turning and I came up with nothing. Yeah. I love cookies was an option. A very creative one, yeah. Well, let's just call it the soft opening right now. We have until the proper opening for me to come up with a name. First, we gotta come up with cookies to sell, obviously, because in this video, I wanna make cookies that I would sell at my bakery, cookie shop, whatever. I haven't tried any of the recipes yet, but I'm just sure that I will love them. Especially because I will tweak some of these recipes to make them my own, kind of, or to put my own spin on them because obviously I'm selling these cookies. And I know recently I've made a cookie video which I thought was gonna be my last. That's why I made the video, in hopes that I would be done with cookies because my obsession with cookies is kind of getting out of hand. We're still going and I don't think it'll ever end again. I've now started embracing it by opening the store, shop, bakery. So let's get started. If you go to a Vincent cookie place, you will expect lemon cookies, right? Like, it just makes sense. There has to be a coffee flavored one and there has to be a lemon flavored one. I'm still thinking of how I want to incorporate tajin. Maybe a mango flavored one, and some of them, like, I know tajin isn't for everyone, so maybe not all of them will have a little bit of tajin sprinkled on top. But now that I'm saying it, I kind of regret not making a mango cookie and doing just that. Well, let's just end this video. Shit! Okay, I'm back. I will be making that mango cookie at some point in my life. Please remind me. Anyway, I think lemon also really works well with something balancing it out because not everyone loves the punch of full-on lemon juice or zest as much as me, which is where cream cheese will come into place. So our first cookie will be a lemon cheesecake cookie. I will incorporate some coconut flakes as well. So mine will be a lemon coconut cream cheese cookie. Lemon coconut cream cheese cookie. LCCC. Hey, can I have an LCCC? I like that. I like that. Cream cheese cookies are usually made by making a cream cheese filling that sits in the fridge so that once you've made the dough, you can wrap the cream cheese filling with the dough. As per usual, I will make half the recipes, so don't be surprised if what I'm saying looks like it should be way more than what I'm putting into whatever it is we're baking. Okay? That said, let's get started with the cream cheese filling. You're gonna need 225 grams of room temperature cream cheese, which we're gonna mix with 25 grams of powdered sugar that you could sift, 1 tablespoon of lemon zest. My lemon zest is very questionable because my lemon was basically still green, unfortunately. So I'm also gonna add a little bit of like this dried lemon zest to make it extra zesty. And I'm not talking about myself. And just some vanilla extract. Oh, that was a lot. Whoopsies. Anyway, we're gonna beat it for about 3 minutes until fluffy. That should be enough. Let's try it. You know, it tastes very vanilla-y, so let me add more lemon. Okay, now we're talking. Body. Sorry. When I'm in my baking shop, I just like to sing. Now we just scoop little balls of about a tablespoon. I like to flatten them a little bit because that way they're easier to put into the cookie dough. This is where I wanted to incorporate some coconut. I'm gonna try with some of them. 3 with coconut, 3 without. I've just got a couple of coconut flakes because it might be weird to eat. Welcome to my test kitchen, I guess. It tastes great, actually. I believe in it. You know what? I can add a little bit of it to each one. Now quickly, into the freezer they go. while we make the dough. Next, we need lemon sugar to later coat our cookies in, I think. And that's literally just 100 grams of sugar, 2 tablespoons of lemon zest, maybe a little bit more. Rub it in. Set aside while we make the dough. In a bowl, 170 grams of room temperature butter, 200 grams of sugar, 3 tablespoons of lemon zest. Beat until fluffy for about 2 minutes. Once light and fluffy, we add an egg, vanilla extract, 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. Well, and then we just mix until smooth. If you want to, you can add a little bit of food coloring. I guess I'm gonna do so, especially because my lemon zest wasn't very yellow. Okay, this is a nice shade. It also looks fairly natural still. Obviously, we've got some dry ingredients that we're quickly gonna mix together on their own. This is just 280 grams of all-purpose flour, half a tablespoon of baking soda, and a pinch of salt. Oh damn, more lemon zest actually. This is a great lemon recipe because we're definitely adding a lot of lemon. I like that, we're not half-assing anything. Now, of course, we just combine. Mix until a soft dough forms. Only until like just combined, I think. We don't want to overwork it. It looks great. Does it smell lemony enough? It actually does. I feel like our cream cheese is not yet frozen, so I think it's also, either way, a great idea to let this cookie dough rest in the fridge or maybe even in the freezer for a little while. I'm still gonna scoop it already. Let me actually weigh them. Also gonna flatten them a little bit already so that it'll be easier to wrap. They're gonna chill in the fridge. It's time, guys! It's time to wrap me up, baby, please. Like Sabrina Claudio once said. These are a little bit cooler now, which is nice. They're not as soft anymore. I'm gonna keep the fillings in the fridge and just take out each filling individually because from my experience, that's best. I'm just gonna show you a speed run through it all. We're just gonna place the cooled cream cheese ball in the center and then fold the cookie dough around it. And then roll the cookie dough balls in the lemon sugar. This is what they look like. Into the oven they go for 12 to 13 minutes or until the center has puffed up. You can do this, babies. Have fun. Well, and since they're gonna have to cool anyway, we're just gonna try all of the cookies at the end of the video. Got my coffee? And I'm ready to tackle recipe number 2. This one I'm not gonna change anything about because I'm too excited about this. I love cinnamon, so obviously at my bakery I will need a cinnamon roll cookie. If I won't have cinnamon rolls, then I do need a cinnamon roll cookie. Something that reminds me of it. Yeah, there's really not much more I can say about this recipe. We're just gonna make it. And we're gonna start with the cinnamon roll filling. And maybe by preheating the oven to 365 Fahrenheit, which is a little bit unusual because that's 185 Celsius and usually we do 175 for cookies. I actually think I can mix it all in here. This is just 100 grams of brown sugar, 8 grams of cinnamon, and 52 grams of softened butter. Just stir until fully combined. Next, on a parchment paper lined anything that can fit into your freezer, we're gonna spoon this mixture into marble-sized pieces. This cookie would already have to be really expensive because it takes a long time to make. Place these in the freezer for about 20 minutes. Now we can make the dough. Simple. Not gonna lie, I'm a little bit stressed in my bakery. To a bowl, you're gonna add 228 grams of softened butter, 100 grams of brown sugar, and 150 grams of granulated white sugar. You know what? Let me take some of this out. My cookies won't be too sweet. I refuse. And of course, beat this until light and fluffy. We add some vanilla and 2 eggs. Well done, you're doing great. In a separate bowl, we're gonna combine 344 grams of all-purpose flour, 6 grams of cream of tartar, and 5 grams of baking soda, and a bit of salt, which we're then gonna add to our wet ingredients until just combined. Technically, you now incorporate the frozen cinnamon swirl thingies. Well, it's only been like 9 minutes, so we're gonna place this in the fridge. And in the meantime, make a cinnamon sugar coating. Yeah, that's not very hard. It's literally just 50 grams of sugar and 8 grams of cinnamon. well done. The icing we're gonna make once the cookies are baked, so I'm gonna take a break. Run away with me for the summer. Yeah. After 20 to 30 minutes, remove the nuggets from the freezer. We're just gonna fold them into a batter. We don't wanna overmix either because we do want them to stay little nuggets. And then we can already start scooping. You should get about 16 cookies, and I should get about 8. We're obviously also going to cover them with our cinnamon sugar. Okay. We bake them for how long? 10 to 12 minutes. Our cinnamon roll cookies have definitely cooled, so we can top them with our icing now. For our icing, I think we just mix 60 grams, I think, of powdered sugar with some vanilla and about 20 to 25 milliliters of milk, depending on how runny you want your icing to be. And you ice them. I mean, you can make it beautiful, but I think this is giving like homemade. Just dust on a little bit of cinnamon. They're done. I think these are definitely gonna be the ugliest today, but it's fine. Cookie number 3, you guys, is dedicated to all of my fans, to all of my sweet cookie lovers. We're gonna be making s'mores brownie cookies. Crazy. That one went pretty viral on TikTok, so we're not even gonna change anything about it because I am suspicious as is. So I don't think I should be the one changing anything about it. What's interesting about it is that we basically have a graham cracker on the bottom, put marshmallow on top, and then put the cookie dough on top. I guess the brownie cookie dough. I think I have every right to be suspicious about this one. So, a little bit of a fail. I got the wrong chocolate chips. I thought they were supposed to be chocolate chips for baking and not the one that melt. I'm put in a mix, hoping that my chocolate chunks will melt as well. We'll put that into the microwave until they have melted. Technically, you're supposed to have 113 grams of semi-sweet chocolate chips and 84 grams of unsalted butter. In the meantime, we're gonna mix all of the wet ingredients. 2 eggs, 73 grams of brown sugar. Well, and now we're gonna whisk it first for 2 to 3 minutes until the sugar is dissolved. Then you add 67 grams of granulated sugar and whisk for another 1 to 2 minutes. Then add vanilla paste. I'm still waiting for my chocolate to cool down, so in the meantime we can combine the dry ingredients. 90 grams all-purpose flour, 3/4 teaspoon of baking powder, 40 grams of unsweetened natural cocoa powder, and a pinch of salt. And also 1 teaspoon of instant coffee if you want to, but you should always add that to anything chocolate because it brings out the chocolate flavor more. Back to the wet ingredients, we can incorporate or mix in our melted chocolate. Like always, add dry to wet until just combined. That's supposed to be a cookie dough? That really looks like brownie batter. How's that gonna work? Guess we'll have to fuck around and find out. Mine is so runny. Well, here goes nothing. Preheating the oven. So for you, it should make 8 cookies. For me, 4. This will be our graham cracker. It says not to place more than 4 graham crackers. Then you add 1 big marshmallow to each. I'm just gonna use a tablespoon again. Oh, actually, my batter isn't as runny as it looked. Maybe we're gonna place, 2 tablespoons on each one. That's low-key crazy. How do we come up with this? This will be for the really crazy customers. Then you can top it off with some more chocolate chunks. This feels like an experiment. Bake for 12 to 14 minutes or until the cookie is chewy and crispy from the sides and gooey fudgy from the center. And then let cool completely for 30 to 40 minutes. Time for the final cookie. I'm so excited about this one because this one was inspired by a comment I got under a video where I was demanding a new flavor to make it into our lives. And someone commented that oranges should get their hype. And I agree. Oranges are amazing. I love oranges. So we'll be making an orange cookie. However, we'll technically be making orange milk chocolate cookies, but I won't be using milk chocolate because there won't be any milk chocolate in my cookie shop. I'm sorry. And I will be experimenting because I also want to add cinnamon to it. I want this to be a seasonal cookie, and that season will last 12 months each year. Yeah, but that'll be a risk obviously because it's not in the recipe. So first you gotta zest your orange. You need about 1.5 tablespoons, which should be around 2 to 3 oranges. There's also the packaged one if needed. You're gonna roughly chop 130 grams of, well, maybe milk chocolate. Moving on. In a small bowl, we're gonna combine the dry ingredients as per usual. 195 grams of plain flour, some salt, 8 grams of cornstarch, and half a teaspoon of baking soda. This is where I'll be adding cinnamon. I'm just gonna add a bit, like, I don't know. But I mean, you either risk it or you don't. As for me, I'm gonna risk it all like I never lost. Gonna give it all I got. Okay, we're gonna set that aside. In a large mixing bowl, you add 113 grams of butter, 50 grams of brown sugar, and 100 grams of normal sugar. Now, of course, beat until light and fluffy. Add in 1 egg and beat for about a minute. Now we add 2 tablespoons of freshly juiced orange juice, what? And also the orange zest, making sure to save a little bit for topping. Beat again until just combined. Wonderful. Now add the dry to the wet. Don't overmix. Now we actually add some of the chocolate chunks, but we're gonna reserve some to put on top as well. Place this in the fridge for about 20 minutes. Time to turn our dough into cookies. Into balls of about 1.5 tablespoons. They honestly smell incredible, guys. This is what they look like. Don't mind me, I'm reusing parchment paper. Press a few more chocolate chunks in there. Sprinkle a bit of orange zest. Oh, look at how pretty. Guys, these are gonna be the greatest. Time to bake them. 11 to 12 minutes. Wish me luck, guys. Bye-bye. Guys, all day in the kitchen has led us to this. Wow, don't they look pretty? I don't know why I've never presented my cookies like this or any other baked goods because this looks so good. This really does look like I'm selling cookies, right? I mean, today is my soft opening. If you guys remember December. Oh, it's October. Yeah, so what you buying? We have got a s'mores brownie cookie, lemon coconut cheesecake cookie, cinnamon roll cookie, and an orange chocolate cinnamon winter cookie fiesta. Yeah, not gonna lie, I got a little impatient. The orange chocolate cinnamon winter cookie fiesta is still a little bit warm, but maybe that's nice. I'm thinking also maybe the s'mores cookie would be nicer if it was warm because of the marshmallow inside, but who am I to judge? Actually, I'm the one to judge. We'll just try them in the order we've made them, I guess. This one actually got the biggest. This is the lemon one. Let's unwrap it together. Whoa! Pretty. I don't think you'll be able to taste the coconut much, but we'll see. Cheers. Not much or not at all. This is an excellent cookie. I think I'm gonna have to skip coconut or find another way to incorporate it because that way wasn't it. Maybe like a coconut icing. No, that would make it even sweeter. This is a great amount of sweetness. As expected, this tastes amazing. Cream cheese in there is very lemony, which I like, and just tastes good. Brings moisture. Fantastic. It's so good. I love lemon. But actually, we're gonna do some winter things. Actually, cinnamon roll a winter thing. Maybe, but we're gonna try it whether or not it's winter. This one looks a little bit drier. I think it's definitely more on the harder cookie side. It's not a soft cookie, which is also fine. I want variety. It's actually kind of soft, just not super soft. I'm gonna go in where there's also cinnamon because obviously you only have cinnamon swirls in there, which I guess makes it a cinnamon roll. So you won't always have cinnamon in there. You know, actually I think I would prefer it as a softer cookie. Maybe 1 to 2 minutes less in the oven would have fixed it. Flavor-wise, it's good. I think it's just a nice basic to have in your shop. So this isn't a cookie that I want to be on the crunchier side. Maybe I'd skip on the icing because it doesn't add much except sweetness. Can't say much else about it. It's good, just not fantastic, especially coming from the lemon one. Now, the one we're most excited about. It's time for this big bomb. So you see that with some of them, actually, the cookie opened up a little because of the marshmallow. It didn't happen to all of them. I don't know how I could have prevented that. Apart from that, this looks like a really great cookie. Like, this is what you think of when you think of cookie, right? And then, surprise, you've got another cookie underneath. Is the cookie still crunchy underneath? No, it's not. Whoa. That'll be interesting to eat. 1 minute less in the oven. I just really think this would be better if it was warm. I think this should be a hot cookie. Giving dessert vibes, you know? This and warm as a dessert after a nice dinner. Surprisingly, it's not too sweet. I think it's because I didn't use milk chocolate. Damn, I love those. They're a teensy tiny little bit messy, maybe. Honestly, I'm skipping through all of these because I really just want to try the orange Christmas Winter Wonderland one. They look cute. I think I definitely should have used the chocolate chunks on top instead of the chocolate because that has melted and I didn't want it to melt. This looks like a basic cookie that will hopefully not taste basic. It doesn't smell basic. Oh, this looks so good. You can't see whatever. It's not like I'm filming this for you. I love these. It's giving like Jaffa cake in the best way.
Hey.
Oh. Or, no, what are these orange chocolate that you can get in the UK? I'm not sure you can get much cinnamon, to be honest, but I'm sure it adds to the flavor in a very beautiful way that without it, it wouldn't be as great. I would definitely sell these. I know these won't be a bestseller because not everyone has great taste. I love these. This outro can be really quick because my cookies are great. I really have found my calling because I will be a cookie baker from now on. Great, nice, great, fantastic. Which one are you gonna make? Which one would you want to try? Still have some left. Come and get them right now at my soft opening. €8. This one 10 because it's the best and I don't want anyone to buy them, so I have more for myself. All right, I am all sweetened out. That's a thing you say. See you at my proper opening. Thank you for coming to my soft opening and see you guys next week. Whatever kind of store we will have then. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Nos vemos la próxima vez. Bye.